How did Roman voting assemblies work in the Republic? Imagine a city where every citizen has a say in choosing leaders and passing laws. That was the core idea behind Roman voting assemblies during the Roman Republic. These gatherings were the main way Romans participated directly in government. They weren't just meetings, they were powerful tools for shaping the city's future. The assemblies were divided into two main types, the comitia and the concilia. The comitia included all Roman citizens with full legal rights, while the concilia were smaller groups based on specific social classes or regions. The Roman Republic used three key assemblies for different purposes. The comitia centuriata was organized by wealth and age. It divided citizens into groups called centuries, which were based on military and social status. This assembly elected the most important magistrates like consuls and praetors. It also had the power to declare and approve census results. The comitia populi tributa was organized by tribes, which were geographic or social divisions. It elected other officials such as quaestors, curule aediles, and military tribunes. The concilium plebis was a special assembly for the common people, the plebeians. It elected plebeian officials like tribunes and aediles who protected their interests. When it came to voting, citizens didn't vote as individuals but in groups. Each group, whether a century or a tribe, cast one collective vote. The voting process usually followed a simple rule. Once a majority was reached, voting stopped. For the comitia centuriata, a majority meant at least 97 centuries out of 195. For the comitia tributa, it was at least 18 tribes out of 35. Citizens would gather, and voting often began with a prayer or religious ceremony. Then, they would listen to a speech about the issue or candidate. Voting was initially oral, with citizens calling out their choices. Later, secret ballots were introduced to prevent intimidation and influence. Before voting, candidates or laws were announced publicly during a period called the Trinodinum. This was at least 17 days long, giving citizens time to learn about the proposals and prepare to vote. On the day of voting, citizens would gather in the assembly area, often a forum or open space. The proceedings started with a religious blessing, and then laws or candidates were read aloud. Citizens then moved into their voting groups to cast their ballots. Voting could be done by voice or by placing a token or ballot in a box, especially after the secret ballot system was introduced. The assemblies had the power to pass laws but could not change or debate proposals during the actual voting. Instead, discussions happened beforehand in informal meetings called contiens. These gatherings allowed citizens to debate and persuade others before the formal vote. The Lex Hortensia passed in 287 BCE made decisions from the Concilium Plebis binding on all Romans, giving plebeians more influence. Magistrates could influence voting in various ways. They might delay voting by claiming bad omens or unfavorable signs, a practice called obnuntiatio. Religious officials also played a role by consulting auspices or signs from the gods before meetings. This helped ensure the gods approved of the proceedings. In the end, Roman voting assemblies were a key part of how the Republic was run. They gave citizens a voice in choosing leaders and making laws. These gatherings combined religious, social, and political elements to create a system that kept the citizens involved in their government.